Alrighty. Hey, you guys. Welcome to another episode of the Sesh Connection. Today we have with us Alicia from Dangerously Dope. She's going to join us today for both our beer segment as well as our cannabis segment. Just a little heads up, we are recording on two separate things right now. I've got us on a regular recorder. I've got us on a streaming channel right now. We are going to make sure that no matter what, if we get cut off by any point in time, that we will have a backup. So if we get cut off, guys, don't worry. I will definitely add the recording that we have going on off to the side. It is on my end. I will get something to fix that soon. It's just some technical difficulties, but I appreciate all of you guys hanging in there and joining us and being a part of this. I really, really appreciate it. So, Alicia, welcome. Welcome, welcome. It's been a while, my friend. So excited to have you.
I'm excited to be here.
Yes. Are you excited to start this beer part?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Wonderful. Wonderful. So you guys, we have a whole bunch of really cool things planned for you on this episode. Today, the entire month is Stout Month. So Stout Month is like good, chocolatey, dark, rich, malty beers. The entire month of February, lots of breweries actually go out of their way to make all these different stouts just to celebrate this month. So I'm super excited. You all know me as a light beer person, the Pilsner chick. So this is definitely different for me, for sure. Do you drink stouts? That's fair. That's fair. You guys, I love that because again, not everybody is like a beer connoisseur, and I like just getting to know what people like, what their differences are as far as what they've tried, what they haven't tried. So I am excited. Although I constantly say that stouts have a lot of chocolatiness to them, it's more about the malts. But still, I always have like really good chocolate notes that I always think about when I go to when I try stouts. So I went to visit a place this past week called Bull and Bush Brewery. They are they're in Cherry Creek, so around Glendale area, I think. But you guys, they have everything from stouts to all kinds of food. They have all different kinds of bourbons and whiskeys and things like that. But Bull and Bush they actually started, the building itself started as the local dairy farm, I guess, or dairy store before becoming an actual restaurant. And then it was actually named after the original British pub in London, Bull and Bush. They built the brewery end of it in the mid-90s, and it kind of just snowballed from there. Funny story is I got to know Bull and Bush. They have a specific beer there called the Man Beer. And let's just say I can't drink Man Beer anymore. It's incredibly, it's got a high ABV. But I will say, jokingly, best sex of my life ever drinking this Man Beer. And yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So it does things. It does things. I'm telling you. Y'all should try it, but easy. Don't go too heavy into it. I remember the good time, but there is a part of me that I don't remember that night. I will be honest. Yes, very much so. But yeah, the food is phenomenal. So I even had, because I went all stout, I even had a blueberry stout burger. This thing had a blueberry jam that was infused. It had the onion strings. It was so good and massive and delicious, and you could really taste the blueberry in there. It was amazing. It was amazing.
I've never tried out blueberries burgers yet. But I suppose if there's a time to play,
There is.
you try it one time.
Apparently Bull and Bush. Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes. And what's really funny that you say it that way is I love the can. Is that not adorable? Yes.
Discovering the Bull and the Bush
Yes. You guys, I know that the camera's a little far away, but if you can see that, it is absolutely adorable. The male and female child on there just looking in their underwear. It's just so cute. So what I ended up doing when I was there is I got a stout light because they had several stouts to actually try because it's Stout Month. But $2 a 4-ounce pour. That's incredible. So I mean, for three different pours, $6. And let me tell you, we're gonna go over these because I got sauced off a 6, well, 2, 4, well, it was 4 ounces, off of 12 ounces. Yeah, I was sauced. So let's see, I even made up a little stout piece of paper here. So the stout plate consisted of the chocolate makes me curvy stout, the thin mint stout, and the morning maple stout. I'll go over these because we only ended up setting up one beer to try because I didn't want to bring all 3 home. We would have got sauce before the next episode. So I tried them there, and I only grabbed one for us to try here and talk about. So the first one I did try there was the Chocolate Makes Me Curvy. It's a 4.5%. It was like, it had these banana and chocolate notes on the nose, and I actually thought it would taste like chocolate banana. Not one bit. In fact, it was a beautiful, silky, rich chocolate taste. Amazing copper tone head, and when I say that, it has just like rich chocolatey notes in there that really made the head of the beer go from like that white beer to a nice copper color with those chocolates in there. It was just, like I said, my fancy way of saying that there was chocolate color in the foam. Dark chocolate cherry look, and we're gonna see that in this one because that's the one that I grabbed for us to try. And a nice silky mouthfeel. So you're gonna see that, and again, I'm not gonna preempt what you're gonna taste. I wanna hear what you like about it, what you don't like, but I felt that there was definitely a long-lasting, in a good way, a long-lasting silky mouthfeel to it. And the dog is not stopping today, guys, I do apologize. The next one that I tried was the Thin Mint. Again, progressively up in the ABVs. It was a 5.8%, and it was light mint on the nose, but super strong mint on the taste. Super duper strong. It wasn't necessarily like overpowering, so it wasn't a bad thing, but it just did come on very strong, very strong. It had chocolate and cherry on the taste, definitely heavy stone fruit taste on there, and a lingering subtle mint to it for sure. Add just the right amount of sugar. Sometimes those things lack, and we're going to talk about that too when we get to a different part of the show, when we're going to talk about certain extra drop stouts. So the last one that I tried, and this one did me in. The others went down nice and smooth. The others had these really great, like, subtlety tastes to them that really made them go down smooth. And then there was the morning maple stout. 8.5%. Very. They use Elijah Craig bourbon to barrel age it. So yeah. Totally get the bourbon on the smell. Definitely on the nose. You don't even have to pick up the glass. Like, it's sitting way over here, and you're like, yep, that's going to be a strong one. So yeah, it's like something you totally want to put this on your pancakes, which just makes me sound like an alcoholic. But I swear, it tasted that good. I could see this being a syrup of some sort, you know? But yeah, it definitely smacks you in the face from the smell to the taste. And then, like I said, that burger, oh my God. It was the perfect ending to that whole thing. So I say we get to tasting this, don't you? Hell yes. Hell yes. So I have given you a glass over there for to taste with. Pick whichever one you like. Excellent. We're getting some. See this is what I was talking about with that nice chocolate covered, like that chocolatey looking foam. It's not like a white head on there like normally you see in a Pilsner or a light beer. You've got these great colors right there on the foam, and it's already started. Hold on, people, look at that. Bartender in me, don't be dripping up here. Terrible. All right. So we're going to let that sit for a second, right? Because we all know that we want to watch that head kind of pull itself down and let the beer pull itself up so that all of the flavors in that copper-colored head will actually pull into the beer and give it more flavor, more of a robust in the malt and the chocolate.
I'm learning about you.
I know, isn't that nice? I mean, it's funny, but my first personal business was I owned a company, which is I owned a company called Liquor is Quicker Ice Cream Shop. And I used to infuse liquors and beers with different foods. So cookies, cupcakes, ice cream, you name it, I infused it. It was absolutely amazing. I love stuff like that. So to me, infusion is beer or cannabis. You can do all kinds of stuff with these kinds of products. I love the way that this looks. As I said, nice like chocolatey cherry colors in there. You get this nice little hint of red down in here where the light catches, and you can really see those reds in there with that like chocolatey color. Dark, you guys, really super dark in color. The head's gone down considerably, which is wonderful. It's not taking a super long time, so I like that. And I think it's time to start reviewing. Definitely get some chocolatey notes. I smell some malts in there. Yeah, yeah. I think it's time for a tasting. Cheers, my friend. Oh yeah. There's a thick, heavy malt in the back of the mouth there. Definitely in the back end. Get a little bit of sweetness, a tiny bit of bitterness.
It reminds me of coffee.
It does. Yeah?
The coffee is more like a Java.
Okay. Okay. Awesome.
I like it.
Yeah.
And I'm not a beer person, but I actually like it.
Yeah. It's a sipper to me. This is not a porch pounder, as one would say with my light Pilsner beers that I always speak of. This is definitely a nice sipping beer. I think that it's definitely a winter beer. I think they hit it on the nose with Stout because I could cozy up to a fire with that beer. And I guess you can too, huh? Yeah. So yeah, all in all, really liked it, Bull and Bush. This one that we're actually trying is the Chocolate Makes Me Curvy. That's the 4.5%. So that's what this one is. Like I said, guys, I tasted that beautiful chocolate. There's a little bit of vanilla in there. Just definitely that silky little mouthfeel in the back. Still get it. It's on the roof of the mouth right now, but when I had it at the brewery right on the tap there, it was all through the mouth. Absolutely loved it. So overall, what did you think about that?
Typically, I'm a Corona with wine type person.
Okay.
This is a lot darker than I'm used to, but okay, I'm chocolate and curvy. This is chocolate and curvy. I'm fine with it.
I love it. Love it. Fantastic. Yeah. And that's good. Again, Corona and lime. I like getting people out of their comfort zone. My first episode, I talked about my father, who is a Coors Light drinker through and through. Like, he likes the light beers. I got him on some Mick Ultra, light in the calories. So he's doing the Mick Ultra, but like this man did not like to drink anything outside of those things. I mean, we're talking, he bought Meister Brau, guys. He would buy the 32 packs or whatever of Meister Brau. That's what he would bring to the party, which is kind of scary. So getting him out of that and being able to get him into a brewery to try something different. He's a Helles fan now. He's a Pilsner fan. And I know those names might be foreign to you, but Corona, those are lighter beers. That's all about him. Yeah, he is a light beer person for sure. So this gets him out of his norm a little bit. So second half of the beer part of my show is I like to take everybody on a little travel. We travel behind you here. There's this little map, and I always scratch off these little things. This is a company called Map Scratch Fever is the actual company, and it's 80 beers around the world, and you can find a lot of beers from all over the world at a couple of different stores out here. Usually I go to Bevy's in Littleton. This time around, I actually went to Total Wine and More over on Colorado Boulevard. They have such an array of overseas beers. So I was super impressed. I was looking for one in particular. I couldn't find it. So I did end up finding a beer called Dragon Stout. And Dragon Stout actually comes from Jamaica. So we're actually traveling, I believe, right here where my little digit is. Very tiny little spot, and I'll scratch that out later because Lord knows it takes me some time. But we're trying beer from Jamaica called a Dragon Stout. When I tried to look up a little bit of information about the Dragon Stout from Jamaica, I didn't get much on it. Here's what I did get. It's Jamaica's best kept secret. It's actually made with Pilsen and roasted malts. And this has been around since the 1920s, apparently. It's a tropical stout with no lactose, and it's brewed in Kingston, Jamaica. So I'm very curious because I gotta be honest, I have never, ever tried a beer from Jamaica. I know there's Red Stripe, and I have never even tried that, but I see so many people buying it. I can't believe I've never tried it. And instead of opting for that, I decided stout. Have you ever tried any Jamaican beers? Gotcha, gotcha. God, somebody brought in a tequila for the holidays and gave us each a bottle at where I work. Almond tequila. I haven't opened it yet. It's over there because I'm kind of scared. Kind of scared. I don't know how I feel about almond tequila. Right?
I'm here.
Right? I like almonds. I like tequila. I'm not sure if I'm ready for the combo. I have gotten you another glass over there, my friend. Because these are heavy this time, guys, and you usually see us pounding some of these back, and I promise you I'm not pounding back a stout today. That's just not happening. So, so here is the Jamaican stout. So this is my first time opening this one as well. So I did not go anywhere to try this. So I don't even know myself what we are in for. Right off the bat, I can see that it's got a lot of carbonation. The bubbles in the head it's very bubbly. And the bubbles are super small and they're dissipating super fast. So that just, like I said, tells me there's some carbonation going on in there. Yeah, right. It definitely has that Pepsi caramel color to it. And yes, the way it fizzled like that, with the head like that, it does. It looks like Pepsi. Oh,
Does not smell like that.
does not smell like Pepsi, you guys.
Pepper.
Are you getting some pepper notes off of that?
Pepper and
I gotta be honest, I'm not getting much except for a malt. So I wonder if it's gonna taste peppery or like have a spice in there. Oh, there's a bitterness on that back end, but a chocolatey bitterness. Sweetness, cherries. Definitely tasting cherries in that. Just to take another look, guys, it's dark, like I said, like she said, definitely that Pepsi look to it. I am getting cherries on that. Bitter.
all bitter.
Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. I like it, but I don't think I would be purchasing this often. It's maybe just slightly too bitter for me, but even still, guys, for a Jamaican beer, I've never had one before, so I really do enjoy it for what it is. There's a definite sweetness, and it's different for sure from the stout we tried a moment ago. So, yeah, don't worry, I'll keep sipping, but I'll sip. So yeah, all in all, I would say a little too bitter for me. How about yourself?
I would try the second time. Fourth time I have to be careful. Sometimes fried chicken.
Ooh.
It's kind of offset the
Yeah. Okay. Pull that sweetness out, get the saltiness. Okay. I agree. Absolutely. That sounds delicious. Speaking of delicious, I don't know how far we're going to go with this, but speaking of delicious, we actually decided, because Alicia here runs a company where she does infusion, and we will talk about that specifically in the second segment. So what we decided to do for both segments is we did a beer-infused cupcake for this one, and she has made some infused cookies for the second part of our show. And one lucky winner that was picked last night, we're going to announce them today as to who won some of these cookies and some of these cupcakes, and also a little bit of swag that we're also going to add in there for them as well. So we are going to get to that part of it in the second half. In the meantime, my friend, I have these cupcakes that were made with Guinness Extra Stout. Little bit about Guinness Extra Stout. We used a 5.6, and apparently Guinness Extra Stout is a precursor to all of the Guinness, basically any Guinness you've ever enjoyed in the past. Most people that have ever tried Guinness usually try it around St. Patrick's Day. It seems to be the beer to have for St. Patty's Day, Irish car bombs, all kinds of stuff like that. It just works. Did it work for the cupcakes? We're definitely going to find that out. Guinness was created back in 1759. It was created by Sir Arthur Guinness. Like I said, we used this for the cupcakes, and then I also used a Bailey's infusion for the frosting. So the frosting, I'm not as happy with, you guys, but we are still going to try it. This one is yours. I gave us some napkins because I have this very odd feeling this is going to get messy. I haven't even started yet, and my napkin is already messy, you guys. So,
You're not. I promise
Yay.
you are not.
So yeah, so again, I'm not as happy as I want to be on the icing, which is fine. I can always recreate that. It's not a big deal. But now I'm gonna do this the sissy way. I know that we've probably all seen the reels and the TikToks on it, but I am gonna take that bottom half. You need to stop. Yes. Yeah. See. It's just a little. Just a little. It'll be fine. Oh. Okay. All right. All right. I have a confession. I tried the actual cupcake part of it yesterday, after I had baked them. And it was not sweet. In fact, the extra stout actually cooled any kind of sweetness that the cake itself would have had, and made it very dry stout tasting. It really did. So it was just a very heavy but light cupcake. Along with the icing, which I like, it actually feels like it pulled in a lot of that sweetness. So happy about that. Messy on the hand.
It is messy on the hand, but I like it. It's moist, it's delicious. I feel like it pairs really well with the chocolate Kirby.
Ooh, nice. And so I'm gonna have a sip of that and maybe another bite of this cupcake. Good call. Okay. All right, you guys, she's onto something. She's definitely pair it with your stout for sure. Make a mess if you want to. I love it. I absolutely love it. Definitely. Oh. So, that I think might just conclude our beer part of the segment. I have to say it's a lot because I just want to get so deeply into the cannabis end of this because I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you've come to the show. It's just so good to see you. It's been a while, so this is fantastic. All right. Just a couple of reminders, you guys. Let's see. The 24th and 25th. 24th and 25th of February is like Tracy's favorite holiday. It's the Denver Beer Company Beer, Bacon, and Coffee Day. They do it on the 25th or 24th and 25th. It's a little pricey. It's $60 a person, but it's completely worth it. You get all the bacon you can eat. You get all the different beers that you want to try and drink. You get all the coffee you can drink, and they give you a commemorative mug. They give you a gigantic burrito when you first get there. $60 a person, and it's at every single one of their 5 locations on those 2 days, from 8 to 11:30 in the morning. Oh, I don't think so, my friend. No! For those of you that are not pork eaters, no, it does not come in turkey bacon. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, absolutely. All delicious. I promise you this. But super, super great thing to go to. I absolutely recommend it for anybody that's into that stuff. The 24th and the 25th, get your tickets on Eventbrite, guys. That will actually, I think, that concludes the beer part of the show. So we're just going to segue right into our cannabis part. Guys, you missed it last week. Before we get into things, this is our new mascot here. His name is Nugulus. My boss at EKC, he was my secret Santa, and he got this special ordered on Etsy, and like didn't tell me that it had a name. He told me later. The name is actually Nugulus, so I thought that was really cute. He's got little blue hairs, so
Little red eye.
yes. So he's a fully crocheted little guy, which I love. So he is the new little mascot of the show. There, we'll stick him right back up there, Nugulus. And yeah. So Alicia, we have started the beer segment or the cannabis segment of the show. Tell us about you. Tell me where you came from.
So, originally from North Carolina.
Okay.
And I've been Colorado for 2 years now. And I think I have because I wanted to stand on edibles. So I am one of those people where I watch how high too much. And I took brownies to a whole new level. So I started off with the brownies, and since then I started making seasonings, butter, honey, oil, virtually anything that you have, I can use.
I love that. I love it. That's fantastic. Guys, we met when I started doing events for the Sash Connection. I came into your store with my old business partner, as a matter of fact, who unfortunately we are not connected anymore. And that's okay. That's okay. She has gone on to bigger and better things. I have gone on to bigger and better things, and we go from there. You came to one of our events, and I feel like specifically one item that you started with took off like magic. You want to talk about that item?
Yeah. So when we first met, I was really into the drink. A lot of people actually probably remember this from finding it online in some type of reel or scrolling feed. But
yes.
the drink started off as powder. They weren't actually liquid.
Okay.
So the thing that I had in mind was I want to be able to infuse something without having something to something that has weight. You know?
Yes. Yeah.
Drink is kicking a lot faster.
Great.
So with this, add water, give it a shake, and you have.
Awesome. I actually left my water jug over there, so I'm going to get up for a second, and I am going to go grab that water so that we can give this a try, right?
Right.
And so what do? We put it right into actual container?
Yes. So you just pop it open, pour the water directly in, you tighten up the lid, give it a shake, and you have it. This way it helps out with the shelf life. Sometimes you're not going around the refrigerator all the time.
Right.
You just want to kind of put it up for later on, especially like the canner. That's usually the ones that I end up finding.
Okay.
I'll say canner parents in general. You gotta get the dad's blood.
That's right. That's right.
You know, some people have some away and then when you need it, emergency pass, they shake.
Love it. Love it. And you're right. A lot of people recognize the reels and the videos that you have up. Yeah, I love people's reactions when I see those videos. I love that people love it right away. It's reminiscent to me of the Hugs, the barrel drinks, which is perfect. I mean, if you guys love you some barrel drinks, the nostalgia is right there, through and through. I think that that's awesome. Let's open that up. Let's pour that in. Now, which flavor did you bring for us today? Ooh, I have not tried the tropical punch. You guys, she makes so many different like awesome flavors of this stuff. If you have been to a Sesh Connection event and you have tried her stuff, then you know what we're talking about here. And there we go. Yes. I apologize, you guys, for the dog today. You know he normally isn't this loud, but goodness, I think he just really likes having someone else here along with us, which is wonderful. So now you have a site for getting this stuff, correct?
As of right now, the site is still under construction.
Fair enough, my friend. Fair enough.
Still under construction. However, I do private consultation.
Wonderful.
So if necessary, I am available to right now, they go 704@gmail.com.
Awesome. We will definitely post that on the Sesh Connection for you as well on our Insta.
So, if you're making bread, just add water. It's the easiest edible. No baking.
Absolutely.
Water's our chill, so.
You guys, the wonderful thing about this, I'm going to take from the cup, is that okay? Or from the thing. The wonderful thing about this too is that you may have seen products out there that come in a packet and they're sold just as the packet. This has its own vessel. You don't have to go looking for a cup. You don't need to go and grab a cup. This has its own vessel. The powder is in it. You just add the water. Like you couldn't have made it any more stoner simple for us. It's literally stoner simple. I love it. That's so delicious. You guys, barrel drink through and through. I love it. It's super tasty. I miss this stuff. I miss this. We haven't seen each other in a little while since I actually, I pushed back or I pulled back on doing events. You know, a lot of stuff went down with the MVP and things like that, and we just didn't want to be a part of that. You know, there were a couple other companies out there, event companies that really kind of put targets on the people like ourselves that kind of stayed underground. And it was not safe for people that ended up like myself having such a huge target on our back. I don't like jail, I don't like fines, but what I did like was giving everybody a chance to come and consume and have a good time in a private setting that everyone could enjoy. I enjoyed having people like yourself there that could showcase their product and not have to worry about people coming in and saying, oh, well, that is, you know, it meant a lot to me. Those events meant a lot. And I love seeing that from those events that you've been a part of, and even not just with my company, but with others, that you've made such advancements from there, so much so that we have gotten now, what other products? Talk to us.
So we have made more events. I piggyback off the idea of our kids. So that's actually edibles, that's the way. We want something that's going to take effect a little bit quicker because everybody tries to speed of it. It takes 30 minutes to an hour to make tablets, and sometimes it's still longer because people don't realize that when you're consuming edibles, if you're consuming it on a stomach, it's not until you actually eat a real meal, something that's bad, before your metabolism starts and it's processing. Unless you're doing something with like the drink where you actually trigger the receptors, it takes a while. And some people actually need it on a day-to-day basis. Too much sugar is bad, right? So I came out with Pie by the Bay. We have seafood seasoning, Ayahuasca, chili lime seasoning,
Fantastic.
can of sugar. So sugar substitute for everything.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Jerk seasoning, so you can have a little flavor, jerk chicken, jerk whatever you want. Nice little flavor behind it. And I can get honey shot.
Wow. Okay. So is that made with a liquid form of THC or still again with the powders? How does one go? I don't want you to give away your secrets, but how does one go about making a honey shot?
So the honey shot is made a little bit different. Honey shot is actually going to flour the rice. And I add in this so that way it has extra. So for those who need a little extra, I'm not going to say extra dose, but somebody that's higher tolerance.
Gotcha.
Because I've noticed that a lot of people, especially after having church, somebody with chronic pain, sometimes at night, the higher the edibles that help combat that, so that way you're not taking everything pain. Because I'm not saying, okay, don't take pills.
Right.
There's a healthier alternative.
Absolutely.
And this way, you can just mix in a little bit of your food and make a little bit go a long way and start that micro. So that way, you have that build up. And you have healthy alternatives. So that way, if you want a vegan or vegetarian meal and still healthy, you get it.
Fantastic. Love that. Love it, love it, love it. I think that's a fantastic idea. These are great products. Tell us some more.
One thing I did is
Ooh,
butter.
the butter.
The butter is the best ingredient for the
Okay.
the less winner is going to make my dish of butter, and I'm also going to throw in a bottle of sugar. So that way they can make their own drink. So, and as you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to put that. So that way they can have to, I'm not going to leave them out.
I am sure whoever our winner is, which I already know the name, we already have it written down, but I'm keeping you all in suspense. They are going to love it. Fantastic. And because I also felt like maybe just like, some cookies and cupcakes for them wasn't going to be enough, I decided as well to throw in some extra little thingies for them. So our winner, and again, we will announce, we're keeping you in suspense, people. But our winner is actually going to get a couple of little things, a couple of little items of swag, because Lord knows I always have swag on me for some reason. So first thing our winner is also going to receive is the 1906 Love Pill. They are a THC plant-based pill, swallowables, not chewables. People don't chew them. We're telling you now, you will not like the taste. If you've ever chomped into some herbal ecstasy, understand that you're not going to like the taste if you bite into this. But did you also know that 1906 is leaving town? Yes, so if you get any 1906, this is the last bit of 1906 that we are going to be able to get. You agree? Yeah. Yes, those genius pills, holy smokes. Guys, they're good pills, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's a little bit of like an herbal Adderall.
Yes.
Right?
It's one of those things that if I know that I'm up for like a really long day and I'm feeling like fog and it's one of those like there's the cloudiness.
Yeah. It's genius. I used to definitely like on a daily, it was the go, get up and go, and then the chill pills. So I had my go in the morning, I had my chill at night, and they were like, it was an everyday thing for me for quite some time. And I loved it. I'm so sad that they're leaving town. They're up and gone. Coda Signatures up and gone. So if you find any Coda stuff left, buy it up. When we had the bath bombs over at my store over at DKC, one of our employees bought all 9 of what we had left, and I was like, oh, I needed some of those. I needed some. For bath bombs. They barely have any left. If you find them, jump on them. But I think the other alternative now is Cloud9 by Mary Medicinals or Mary Jane, one of the two. I know Mary Jane's makes that awesome tea bag. That's 160 ml tea bag that has all different kinds of just different essentials in there, as well as the THC, and you just put that under the faucet in your tub and just go to town. Let that sit in there, keep it under that faucet, squeeze a little bit, get all those things out of there, and by the time you're done with your bath, you don't even need lotion afterwards. It's got a nice silkiness that it leaves on the body. Not slippery, it's just silky enough to moisten the skin.
Yeah. So, okay. Sidebar?
Yes. I've already sidebarred from the stuff that we're giving to this winner. So yes, please sidebar.
Okay.
No, we'll go back to that in a minute. Our winner can win.
I actually experienced an accident with the sugar one time. And I set myself on fire.
No!
Yes, I set myself on fire. I put myself out, and then I put the fire out. But I was trying to make lip balm. And I realized that cannabis is really, really good with regenerating cells on your skin and leaving like good moisture retention to the point where the lip balm that was a flop actually turned out into a good recovery cream for my burn. So there is so many benefits with cannabis that people really haven't discovered.
That's very true. It really is. And I love every day hearing about new advances in this technology, cannabis technology. Isn't that hilarious? But yeah, it's come so far from the days of buying it in the alley to us literally giving you customer service at a store. I think I joked with the customer and some of my coworkers today when I said, you've got that one person that comes in and they kind of treat you like crap. And you're like, would you really do this to your drug dealer in the alleyway? Like, if you said to your drug dealer, like, you know what, I don't like this sativa that you have. Can I get an indica? Pretty sure you won't have options after that. You know what I mean? But it always just cracks me up how I guess we've just made cannabis into a business at this point, But for good reasons, guys, for good reasons. From the edibles to the topicals, to the smoke itself, there is always some sort of a benefit that you will get from cannabis, from the cannabinoids as well, from hemp in general, which is great. So to bring it back, because I do this, to bring it back, we're also going to throw in a couple of Rip Sticks by Ripple. These are actually the pixie stick versions. So I've got a watermelon one here and a blue raspberry one here for them to try. Also, because I also work with Jars Cannabis, we got 20% or $20 off of a purchase of 40 or more for you. We got a little local love, because it's the holiday, it's Valentine's Day coming up, so we got you a little heart-shaped local love sticker there. We've got some Wana Quicks for you as well. And, I was given this at work the other day and said that, if I wanted to give it to somebody as a giveaway, I can do so. I'm not sure how many people still have these, but whoever our winner is getting a PAX Era. So enjoy that. There's got to be some PAX pods out there still, right?
I haven't seen.
I haven't either. You just look. Weed maps. That should help. Absolutely. So, I guess we could get to this winner. We've anticipated long enough. We've held them in suspense long enough. Would you like to read who the winner is?
So, the lucky winner of the next giveaway is Mark, who is at Alien17 Ninja. You are the lucky winner of the Valentine's giveaway. That's
right. Did you know my last name is Valentine? I know, it's crazy. They don't have anything for somebody like myself for Valentine's Day. I've called the local newspapers, or the news station rather. I've looked everywhere. It's only for couples. It's only for couples. What about me?
Awareness Day.
Is it? Let's celebrate that day like no other. Damn right.
I'll be a person.
All right, I'll come visit. I'm off Thursday. I'll come visit you. So, you guys, yeah, definitely. Let's show them the packets there of your cookies. I love her packaging. I love the notes on there. I love the sign. I love that she is also wearing a Dangerously Dope shirt. Do you sell these?
I do. These are in cookie orders. So if you like to order them, you're able to email me. I will have a link on that website, along with other things. Rolling Trade, I have a few more in stock.
That's right. Awesome.
And if you like what we do, actually, let's find out another giveaway.
Absolutely. No, we can definitely do that. Hell yes, we will do that, people. We've got it. So did you celebrate 210? Did you celebrate Saturday? It was a fraction of 420.
I did not. But I can say successfully, I worked open to close. I got a lot of surprises.
Nice. So they celebrated for you. Yeah. All righty. Did you celebrate Super Bowl Sunday? I saw a lot of people celebrated that on Insta.
Okay, so I'm not a big sports fan. I'm not.
I wanted to watch the Puppy Bowl, but I was working. There's a Puppy Bowl. It's every year they do a Puppy Bowl where the puppies, like little Yingling over here, go out there and they go back and forth with trying to pass the ball or something like that. It's super cute. I highly recommend it if you're not into sports. Puppy Bowl on that day. I apologize for interrupting. Continue.
But yeah, Super Bowl, I saw part of the halftime show.
Okay. Yeah.
I would like to highly watch.
I like how people were calling the Super Bowl the Usher concert, where they were just having a Super Bowl game in the background. There was a football game playing, is how they put it. I like that.
That was an Usher concert. I feel like it was a millennial concert.
It was definitely not a normal Super Bowl. There was even that DJ that was playing during the Super Bowl. It started with a C, but I heard a lot of rave kids. Well, I'm sorry, I was a raver back in the day, so I don't know what y'all are calling yourselves these days. But the rave genre, the rave crew, actually decided to watch the Super Bowl as well if they weren't sports fans because of their favorite DJ being on the Super Bowl halftime show. Obviously, the Taylor Swift fans became quick Super Bowl fans out of nowhere. Usher fans, you know what I mean? It hit on every age group, I think, this year.
internet more than the show itself.
Yes.
Jermaine Dupri, Kurt Sock, those were, they got their own fashion.
Yeah.
Even us look like we was ready for the first Sunday.
Yeah.
But we still enjoyed the show. And then when's the last time we really saw like Luther perform? And just have a real concert.
True. Yeah.
In that era.
Yeah. It was the halftime show, from what I gathered from a lot of people too, it was humbling. It was humbling. It wasn't crazy. It wasn't like this over expectation. People enjoyed it. And I think that that's a good thing. That's something that we haven't really heard. I haven't heard a whole bunch of negativity, which is great. And usually you hear like the first, oh, so-and-so took their shirt off. Oh, so-and-so had a nipple slip. So-and-so did this. You haven't heard anything bad yet, which is great.
The only thing that came with football is that when you look at going into like the social media aspect of it, they looked at it as, okay, what are we distracted from? Everybody's focused over here, but what's going on back here? And that was the thing, like, okay, yeah, nothing major happened right here because we wanted to captivate you. So let's put what's going on outside.
You guys, I think that we will definitely get another giveaway going. We'll announce it on the show, on the Instagram tomorrow for you. What kind of a giveaway should we do this time around for them? We'll plan it for a week, and if anything, I'll have you come back on the show maybe in another week or so, or we'll come out and see you actually, and we'll just do a quick clip for the show for sure sometime this week. So let's plan for maybe Friday or Saturday for the giveaway winner to be called, and we'll go from there. So what do you think we should give them? What do you think? What do you think you guys are deserving of? And they got their cupcakes. Mm-hmm.
So next week, let's go something with a little bit more stuff.
All right.
But I have some recipe cards right here.
Oh,
so
you guys,
that could be a
yes.
setup for a nice, long after meal.
Nice. Maybe they get a recipe card and something to cook with that recipe.
Yeah.
I think that's a fine idea. I like that. So a recipe card and maybe a seasoning that goes along with that recipe card. Sorry, you'll have to buy your own meats and extra products, guys, but the recipe card is what counts the most. That is actually how you are going to get in touch with this young lady and get her products going. So tell us how to sort of somewhat get in touch with you. Do you want us to go through having people contact you from the email that we're going to post for Insta?
They can contact me from the email on Insta, and I am my Instagram page is on.
Right.
So if you're following me on Instagram, you can follow the EM page. That page is along with me. It's available for free as far as videos. But in the meantime, I'm going to work on these platforms. This way we have more creative freedom.
Awesome.
And we can actually create a community. That way we can share recipes. So it's not just me providing recipes. If you have something of your own content, because I have one of my clients, he's really big on making things. When I think this lady makes everything from like onion rings, green beans, her chicken, her shrimp, because she gets these private seasonings, and then she's like, here, and I'll make whatever you need, and
Very
every
cool.
meal she has is down to the rest of the home. So
That's fantastic.
we're going to normalize the people that work. That's been the thing the whole time. I want people to be able to normalize the day-to-day without compromising their.
Absolutely. I believe there was a point in time when they were going to have an infusion restaurant over here on 17th and Pearl, I want to say, around that area. And it didn't pan out. And I feel like one of the reasons it didn't pan out is because, unfortunately, with things going on with the MED and the rules and regulations that we have going on out there these days, it's difficult to just make a meal that's 10 milligrams. Let's put it that way. We know that it's probably going to be about 100 milligram meal. And who can actually do that? Who can actually, I myself have a high tolerance. So I know I could sit through a 100 milligram meal and probably still be okay after that. but maybe not a whole lot of other people can. So I think that the reason it didn't pan out was because they couldn't get to that point of like, okay, there's a 20-year-old or 21-year-old, sorry, 21-year-old that has only a really small tolerance, but yet their SO has a really high tolerance. So it must be difficult to be able to judge how you cook their food based on that, because I'm sure the chef probably has to have something already pre-measured or pre-made that has a certain amount of THC in there already. So it makes it very difficult. So I could see that probably being a huge issue, which is why it still hasn't panned out to be a above ground kind of company thing. You know what I mean? Or thing that we can do just now. Rules, regulations. Yeah. But I'm excited to see when we can do something like that. Last week, our show was cut off within the first 7 minutes. It was a streaming issue and it's a computer issue. So I do apologize about that, guys. But one of the things that we had talked about last week was the connection between cannabis and beer. And not even necessarily in the THC realm, but more of the terpene realm. So to be able to infuse beer and have like your favorite strain beer, like who wouldn't want a lemon sour diesel beer? You know, I mean, maybe there are some people that don't, but it's not even a fact of like, you're not even chewing your beer, eating your beer at that point. Like I know I'm not somebody that likes to eat my weed, in other words. So if it's too hashy, I'm not a fan, you know? But to have it terpene infused, I think is a whole new level that still keeps us within the rules and regulations to abide by, because it's not THC. So I want to see how that takes off, and then I want to see how we can slowly put the terpenes and THC into those beers and go from there. There hasn't been a company yet that has really made a tasty beer-infused beer or a cannabis-infused beer. Syria tried, and we love you, Blue Moon. We do. It's just maybe we fell too short there on the Syria. Really did. So yeah, I'm excited to see what the future of infusion brings. You have brought some awesome products today. Thank you so much. We are going to post your email address on the Instagram, on the Sesh Connection, you guys, so that you can get in touch with her for any of your needs for infusion stuff, for consultation, for recipes, and for the very least to find out what is Alicia doing next. So yeah. Oh, look at this. We've even got somebody already commenting for us. Do you see this up here already? This is that Coco? Coco Jones says that they love all of your products. You're not wrong, Coco. We love them too. They're fantastic. And I'm actually super happy to see that you're up on here, which tells me that we're still filming on the YouTube. So that's good. So the camera has not cut us off yet or anything like that. I love it. So that's good. I'm glad. That actually is reassurance right there. So thank you very, very much for commenting this evening on that. This is fantastic. Awesome. So I think that's going to conclude our show for the day. I really do. Thank you to Bull and Bush earlier. I forgot we did not thank them in the beer segment of this. So thank you, Bull and Bush. Thank you, Dragon Stout from Kingston, Jamaica. Thank you, Alicia from Dangerously Dope. This is amazing stuff. I cannot wait to drink the rest of this stoned by the sip. It's so wonderful to see you. It really, really is. You are absolutely amazing and a phenomenal individual. I am so glad to be a part of your life, to have met you, my friend. Really, yeah.
I appreciate you for providing the opportunity and this podcast. Because I always opportunity to reach out to people and really help them. And that's
Awesome. This is exciting. So thank you guys. Definitely, Martin, if you are listening, fantastic. If not, we will definitely post on the gram that you did win tonight's giveaway. So you are getting cupcakes that are infused with Guinness extra stout, and they have a Bailey's icing. You are getting Dangerously Dope's infused chocolate chip cookies. And again, you're getting just this little packet of nice little goodies here that we talked about before. So if anything, I will maybe see you either tomorrow or I can drop by on Thursday or Wednesday or whatever day it is. I am so off. Let me tell you, I didn't even get any sleep on Saturday, so I think I'm a day behind on things up here in my noodle. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Cannabis events this week are coming up. Let's see. Still got Ollie's event that's happening on the April 6th. April 6th for sure. He definitely has some more tickets left. Ooh, and I think this is really cool. So Bongathon, one of my favorite groups of people out there, Bongathon, they are actually going to be a part of the 420 Carnival. It's going to be in Colorado Springs. It's hosted by Club 710. It's going to be at, I love the name of this resort, Inhale Resort and Spa. It's Saturday, the 20th of April, and it starts at 11 a.m. and it goes all day. And the Bongathon crew will be there as well to probably do some of their races. I'm sure. I am sure. So definitely, you guys, if you haven't heard about it yet, check it out. It's the 420 Carnival in Colorado Springs. Again, Ollie's event is going to be Terps and Glass. That is April 6th. Are you going to be a part of anything coming up?
I of Lunch and Brunch.
Ooh.
Sometime in March.
Ooh. Oh, please do.
At Marijuana Man.
Fantastic.
So it's going to be a Sunday in March. I'll get more details so that we can post it on your Insta.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, no events planned just yet, but that you can't book me. So
right.
If you want me to make an appearance, book any private events, and I'll try to open them.
Awesome. What I want to hear and see is that somebody is booking you for a private dinner event. That's what I would love to see. I would love to see you cooking for a couple, or cooking for a group. I don't care what it is. I definitely want to see you doing some stuff and showing off your infusions here. I think they're wonderful. Thank you so much, Alicia. I appreciate you being here today.
Thank you, Tracy.
Excellent. Bye, you guys. You have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.